Number 4. Make 7 branch offerings to the field of merit. Let's continue to learn the guide to purifying the mind. Yesterday, we mentioned making 7 branch offerings to the field of merit. At our Dharma Center, we require memorizing the 9-character version of the King of Aspiration Prayers. When studying the 7 branch offerings, you can refer to it. Earlier, we learned how to visualize the field of merit, the refuge field. Make 7 branch offerings before the refuge field. As we discussed yesterday, this practice is very important. Follow each step without skipping any. Merely studying it is not enough. You must put it into practice. In the beginning, we learned how to adopt a proper meditation posture and arouse enthusiasm for the practice. Without enthusiasm, you cannot practice this teaching. You must first cultivate enthusiasm. To develop a joyful attitude towards the practice, it's essential to do the preliminary training. Then, visualize the field of merit, the refuge field, and make the 7 branch offerings. In this course, we primarily follow the verses of the 7 branch offerings from the King of Aspiration Prayers, accumulating merit and purifying negative karma. When practiced precisely, even a single session can generate immeasurable merit. This is a pithy practice that requires little time yet yields immense effect. It encompasses all methods for accumulating merit and purifying obstacles. Moreover, it is expansive in every aspect, the vastest object, the broadest mind, and the grandest aspirations. Because of these characteristics, this comprehensive practice allows us to accumulate merit and purify obstacles to the greatest extent in a single session. I will briefly explain the 7 branch prayer. It's essential to meditate according to the text. For our practice to be effective in accumulating merit and purifying negative karma, we must first understand the meaning of this prayer thoroughly. Thus, we can visualize its meaning clearly. When reciting in this way, we can meditate simultaneously and generate pure and vast aspirations, thereby truly accumulating merit. Otherwise, merely reciting the text without mentally practicing it yields minimal merit. Some people let their minds wander while reciting, which further diminishes their merit. Many individuals treat their practice as a task, making it meaningless. If you do the practice carelessly, not only does it fail to generate merit, but it can even create negative karma. Number 1. Prostration. To all the Buddhas, the lions among humans, residing in the worlds of the 10 directions, throughout the past, present, and future, I sincerely prostrate with the purest body, speech, and mind. Compared to the original version, this 9-character adapted version in plain Chinese provides a more detailed meaning. Some people may find it easier to contemplate using this version. This is the branch of prostration. The object of prostration encompasses all Buddhas of the 10 directions in the past, present, and future. In front of such a vast field of merit, pay sincere homage with a pure body, speech, and mind untainted by negative karma. It's not bowing to one Buddha with a single body, but prostrating to all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times with countless bodies throughout the universe. This is a general prostration through body, speech, and mind. Next, prostrate with body, speech, and mind respectively. Through the great power of this prayer, I visualize all the Tathagatas in my mind. I multiply my body to be as numerous as the atoms in the universe. With each body, I respectfully pay homage to all the Buddhas. In this practice, we must visualize the Buddhas of the 3 times from the 10 directions vividly, as if they were right before our eyes, and bow to each one. Even bowing to one Buddha with utmost devotion generates immeasurable merit. How much more so when countless bodies prostrate to countless Buddhas? In reality, a single Buddha image represents all Buddhas throughout the 10 directions. This is a symbolic representation. When bowing to a Buddha, don't think, I am only bowing to this Buddha. That's incorrect. Instead, we should think this Buddha image represents all Buddhas from the 10 directions of the 3 times. Prostrating to one Buddha is prostrating to all Buddhas. This is because all Buddhas share the same essence. The Buddhas of the past, present, and future are one in Dharmakaya. When prostrating to the Nirmanakaya, we are actually prostrating to the Dharmakaya of all Buddhas. Of course, they are inherently one. When practicing with this understanding, we generate entirely different merit. This is a vast, universal prostration in the style of Samantabhadra, which can generate immeasurable merit. Prostration with the mind means deeply believing that all Buddhas pervade the entire Dharma realm. This is crucial. We must firmly believe that the Buddhas are omnipresent. With this conviction, contemplate the Buddha's boundless qualities and abide in this state. This is called prostration with the mind, which generates inexhaustible, supreme merit. Once this conviction arises, prostrating to any Buddha in any place is the same. You won't cling to the idea that prostrating at a particular site yields greater merit, as the Buddhas pervade the entire universe. In every atom, there are Buddhas as numerous as atoms, each surrounded by an assembly of bodhisattvas. I deeply believe that the entire Dharma realm is filled with Buddhas in this way. This is also a visualization. In the tiniest particle, there are Buddhas as numerous as atoms, each surrounded by an ocean-like retinue of bodhisattvas. Just like this single particle, so is every particle in the boundless universe. With such a firm conviction, recollect the Buddha's qualities. This is called prostration with the mind. It is supremely sublime. The following is prostration with speech. With oceans of melodious voice, we offer infinite, wondrous praises. Throughout all future eons, I praise the Buddha's ocean-like profound qualities. Visualize that our mind can effortlessly generate infinite oceans of voice from the tongue, praising the Buddha's qualities throughout the future. We have countless emanations, each producing infinite oceans of voices that constantly praise the qualities of the Tathagatas. All merits arise from the mind. The more profound and vast your mind is, the more immense your merit is. The King of Aspiration Prayers helps us broaden our minds. To cultivate this prayer, we should eliminate self-grasping. If you have the notion of self, your mind cannot expand. Whatever you do, you remain trapped within self-grasping, the shell of ignorance, unable to break free. As long as self-grasping remains, we cannot free our minds. Only after shattering self-grasping can we open our minds and practice in this way. Hence, the foundation is crucial. Without it, even if you recite the King of Aspiration Prayers, you won't truly resonate with it because you cling to the notion of I. How can I manifest countless bodies? How can I be more than one? Such fixation prevents you from aligning with the prayer. As a result, you cannot mentally practice it. Number 2, offering. To all the Buddhas in the 10 directions, I sincerely make offerings. The most sublime and exquisite flower garlands, melodious music, fragrant incense, elegant parasols, and all the most magnificent adornments. Visualize the most exquisite and sublime flowers. In our adapted version, we have expanded the original line to the most sublime and exquisite flower garlands for greater clarity. Offer the flowers of nature, various artificial flowers of metal or plastic, music, incense, and canopies. You can visualize any beautiful flower. In short, vividly visualize all the most sublime, magnificent, and delightful offerings, whether from heaven or earth, and sincerely offer them to all the Buddhas. Visualize in this way. There is no need to recite too fast. In the beginning, read slowly and visualize each line one by one. It doesn't matter if you memorize the text. At a certain level of spiritual practice, texts become unnecessary, just as you don't need to memorize a car manual to drive. As you progress to higher stages of Dharma practice, you no longer need language and words. You can directly visualize offerings like flowers and music without referring to the text. Texts can hinder practice. Many people merely recite the words, which is futile. Without meditating according to the text, you can hardly generate any merit. Genuine practice transcends words and concepts. It involves directly visualizing offerings like flowers. Garland refers to a wreath woven from many flowers. Offer them with utmost devotion. This doesn't mean earnestly reciting, but genuinely making offerings from the heart. This text is to guide our meditation, but many individuals merely recite it. Without mentally following it, it's almost useless, like someone who reads a car manual without ever driving. What's the point of reciting the manual while sitting in the car? None. To produce an effect, you must put it into action. Some individuals recite it 100,000 times, but don't see any effect. Those attached to notions follow their teacher's instruction mechanically, recite it 100,000 times. However, they haven't transformed. They might become more fluent in the words, but that's useless. They are reciting for others. Reciting and memorizing words without genuine practice leads to fatigue and yields little merit. So, you don't necessarily need to memorize the text, but you must grasp its meaning and be able to practice it. When practicing offering, if you can vividly visualize all these aspects, you've succeeded. To all the Buddhas in the 10 directions, I sincerely make offerings. Exquisite clothing, the finest fragrances, powdered and burning incense, light of lamps and candles, piled as high as Mount Meru. This verse is about offering clothing. We should not visualize ordinary human attire, like business suits, but rather the celestial garments. As for incense, please don't use chemical-based incense because it pollutes the environment. It's better to offer no incense than to burn such incense, as it can drive away the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Dharma protectors. If you find the smell unpleasant, would the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas appreciate it? When we offer incense that we find pleasant, the Dharma protectors will also appreciate it. It's essential to offer incense that we like. How could we present to the Buddhas what we find unpleasant? Similarly, offer your favorite food to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas or dedicate it as a feast offering. Sincerity brings merit, while insincerity generates negative karma. We don't need to recite or visualize too fast. The point is to visualize clearly and offer sincerely. Have we practiced in this way? If your visualization is clear and your offering is sincere, even a single session can surpass reciting 100,000 times. Reciting 100,000 times may not bring merit, but practicing in this way just once creates immeasurable merit. So please understand this. More recitations don't guarantee greater merit. Only genuine practice is effective. This is because we accumulate merit primarily through the mind, not the mouth. Reciting mechanically without mental engagement yields almost no merit. Sometimes, you may even ponder secular matters while reciting, which creates negative karma. With a vast and pure conviction, I firmly believe in all the Buddhas in the past, present, and future. Through the power of this aspiration prayer, I sincerely make offerings to all the Buddhas in the 10 directions. Offering through the 10 great vows of Samantabhadra entails generating bodhicitta. This verse speaks of 2 states of mind. Number 1, vast and pure conviction, an unwavering understanding of the wisdom of emptiness. Number 2, the vows of Samantabhadra, bodhicitta. With these 2 mindsets, our practice becomes supremely sublime. First, we shall cultivate this conviction. That's why we need to study the wisdom of emptiness. Without it, what's the point of reciting this verse? What does vast and pure conviction mean? Merely knowing the words is useless. You must genuinely comprehend their meaning. Realizing this ultimate truth would be ideal. Yet, even without this realization, we should at least develop an unwavering conviction. Only after firmly understanding and cultivating the wisdom of emptiness can vast and pure conviction genuinely emerge. Without such conviction, the corresponding merit cannot arise. Having generated Samantabhadra's vows and great bodhicitta, sincerely make offerings to the Buddhas.